It's clear Scott Morrison wants to make the economy a major focus of this campaign. What do you say to voters who believe the coalition is a safer pair of hands than a Labor government?
Look at the facts. Under the last Labor government, unemployment was lower than it was under this government. Productivity was higher. Taxation is higher as a proportion of GDP under this government than it was under the former Labor government. It is now the second highest taxing government in Australian recent history, only beaten by the Howard government. If you look at the economic transformation, one of the big drivers of economies in this century is going to be the transition with renewable energy that is going on. This government have been in denial about that. This is a government that said that electric vehicles would end the weekend during the last campaign. They said that electric vehicles couldn't tow your boat, couldn't tow your trailer, all this nonsense. Now, if you're in fear about the present, then you have no chance of shaping the future. And the problem for this government is that they're just treading water. What are their plans to create productivity, to get better cooperation between unions and business, to invest in infrastructure on the basis of what projects will boost productivity? We have the NBN. We'll revitalise Infrastructure Australia. We'll make sure that investment goes where it should. We'll make sure that we train Australians for the jobs of the future by creating Jobs and Skills Australia under the Infrastructure Australia model, so that you get that input from employers. I announced that policy, fully costed, in 2019. In Perth, it was one of the first policies that I announced. We will have a policy that will be about growth of our economy, but will also be about sharing that growth as well. At the moment, we have an economy that isn't working for people. People know that. They're doing it really tough. This is a government that couldn't even say they supported people being paid the minimum wage. And when legislation was before the Parliament that had overwhelming support to outlaw and criminalise wage theft, you know what they did? They withdrew it as a political tactic. They withdrew it. Legislation to make wage theft a crime. It says it all about this government. We will have a strong economy. We will look at growing productivity, because productivity is a way that you can grow both profits and wages. Productivity is the key.